Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to Wineinger Racing. This morning I'm going to be doing some fabrication work on the roll cage for the C10 project. I'll be bending some tubing and cutting some plate, and I'm going to bring you along with me. We'll probably get a little bit done today, and this project will take a few days. So we'll take care of the first day right now, and stay tuned for further videos after this one. But I'm gonna get to work now. And that is the start of the base plates for the bottom of the cage. So I'll get those cleaned up. I got to cut holes through them so the tubing can fit through. But that way I can tack those to the cage, and I won't have to have jack stands holding up the bottom of the cage while I work on it. They'll be sitting on the plates. So I'll get that little bit of work done and get back to you guys. So getting all that slag off there will make these easier to work with. So like I said, I got to cut holes through here in the proper place where the tubing is going to go through. And but first I got to make up these the door bars here. My son got the dash out of the way here, so I'm going to be going through the floor here. Now here is the body mount. I want to miss that, so I'm going to tuck it back in there. Come on up here, follow the body, and then come back into here, probably right up in there. And then there'll be some 1-inch gussets tying that there. So I'm going to get that all bent and ready to go. And we'll make a little dent on this cage fabrication today. So it's going to be cool when it's done. We'll see it. Well, hey guys, I got a little bit of work done here. I went ahead and I drilled the holes through here, and I got a little bit of tolerance here if I need to move that hole back here to not affect the body mount, which I do not want to mess with at all. On this side, we had to actually cut into it because we didn't take care to put that. Actually, see that hole, that mark right there, that's where we were going to put it until we discovered where it was. So we couldn't come out any further into the doorway here. So that's where it ended up. We had to cut a little bit of that body mount. This side here, I can stick my finger in there, and I'm touching the edge of the body mount there, which is about 3/4 of an inch. So I got a little bit of play here. And so what's going to really determine that is how well I do on this bend here, which I went ahead and I have this neat little tool here that I can create angles. You stick that down in the hole there, get that in there, get it close to where I want, and as you can see, right along there. Tighten it up a little bit there. But I'm going to go ahead and bend this tubing to this angle, and then I know what I want is this pretty much straight up and down. It's going to be a little off kilter because of that body mount, but this angle plus this angle will have to be the 90 degrees to come straight into this. So let's see how this goes. This is extremely expensive tubing, so I don't want to mess up, so you know, I'm going to take my time and try to do it right. A little shy. This chromoly, it does spring back. I'm going to give it a touch more. Back off and check my angle here. I'm going to go just a touch more. Alright, that one's good. Now the trickiest part is not the angle itself, but making sure the bends are in the right spot. So, back to the truck here. And go from, I need two hands, center of that bend to the center of that bend is going to be about 21.5 inches. So let me see if I can't see. There's a little trick here. It's like how much tubing is that bend actually taking up? So let's see if we can't figure this out. That is the center of that bend to the center of this bend. So 21.5 to right there. That bend to the center of that took 3 inches. So I'm going to come back it's going to be a sharper bend there. So I might want to come back just 2. Gonna be a little long. There's my center mark there. It's going to be a touch long. Now, I could tell by the way my bend was going that it was going to be a touch long. I should have started the bend back a little bit further in the curve. So what I did was I turned the tubing around so it ate up tubing on the other side, actually to shorten the length of the tubing there, by eating up some of the tubing between the bends. This way I was able to correct the mistake. So I went 3.5 to the center of the bend before. Now I know this from the outside here. That bend's about perfect. This one here, I need to tighten this up a little bit. Let's see how it looks from that side. It's down in the hole there. Running parallel there. Yeah, I am gonna have to tighten up this bend just a little bit, because when I elevate that all the way into place, you see I gotta cut this end off because the body's hanging it up. But this bend, I'm happy with that. This one here, I'm going to tighten up just a little bit there. This is what we call in the fabrication world, I'm going to have to fudge with this a little bit, but I'm going to get it just right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and correct that bend and go ahead and cut the legs so it actually fits in there. And then I'll bring you guys back when I'm actually tacking things into place. And yeah, but I'm real happy how those bends turned out. Now I know what to do on the other side. Well guys, that's going to be it for today. I got the plates cut and they're ready to be cut to fit the floor of the cage. And well, let's check out this one bar, how that turned out. You see we go through the floor there, which will be mounted to the frame. Comes on up and across. I'll have to notch the tubing there, suck that in nice and tight, but I got some room to play with here. As far as the back hoop, that's running straight along parallel to the window, so I know that's good. This is perfectly along that bar there. This runs perfect here, so yeah, I'm real happy with the way that bar turned out. So it's going to be really easy. That was basically the difficult work, was to get that one all fabricated right, because tomorrow I have that to go by, and I'll be able to put the second one together real easy. So the first one's always the hardest, second one goes real quick. So this will be my weekend project, so there'll be probably 2 more videos before the cage is all done. So like and subscribe, and you'll see this cage from the very beginning to the end. And then we're going to start on the motor for this thing. So, and then, well, another issue is the bed. There's probably about 300 pounds of steel we're going to be able to get rid of back here. So we'll take the whole bed out. We did these custom tubs here, widened them. Oh, that must have been 5 or 6 years ago. But I want to do those in aluminum, so there'll be framework to support just the bed sides, and new aluminum tubs. The gas tank and battery will go back here. But as far as the bed itself, the floor of it, That thing weighs about 300 pounds probably, so we're gonna get rid of that. So we're gonna lighten this thing up, build a strong motor, and this truck will be ripping down the driveway.